go create a lot of opportunities that you can either wholesale, fix and flip, wholesale, buy in a portfolio, turn into an Airbnb, creative finance, but that's the gateway.
For a limited time, you can get a 7-day free trial for Flipster, the software built for wholesalers and flippers, with leads, comps, skip tracing, and more. Start your free trial today at joinflipster.com.
Justin.
My man.
Thanks for sitting down with me and doing a video.
I love it, dude. Every time I do it, I feel like we have a good vibe. We really get to crush it.
We do. In fact, if you guys go back to the channel, I'll put some links below, but Justin and I sat down in my home office back when I lived here in Phoenix, was in Mesa, and we did a couple videos. Turned out really great. We talked about getting your first wholesale deal, and then we talked about some strategies you're doing in 2021, because it was about a year ago. And great videos. So I wanted to have you back on the channel. And let's talk about 2022 now, right? We're at May as of this recording, and a lot's happened in the past year.
A lot.
And right now, even as of like recently, interest rates and things going on, a lot's happened in the business. So for people listening right now, Justin, I know it's a really important for you in your business, for me as well, that we're constantly evolving, constantly adapting, taking the things that are coming at us in the industry and then using that to then go be successful. And that might look differently than it was a year ago or 2 years ago. So let's talk about that. What are some things that you're seeing that you're maybe doing differently that are important to be aware of, watching, and even adjusting in the way we do the business?
So the topic is so timely. And I say that because I literally just had a group of people that I was talking to about what I've done differently. It is drastic how I used to be the biggest believer you need to be doing deals in your own market because you're so intimate with your market. You know the neighborhoods, you know the contractors, you know everything. Your market is the market. COVID hit, obviously, well aware, huge epidemic.
Changed everything.
Changed everything. To the point now I have an office here in Phoenix. I live in Miami. I have an office.
You moved to Miami recently.
I moved to Miami.
How long ago?
October 2021.
Okay.
Yeah. So I literally was gonna have people come to my office and I was like, they're not gonna see anything because my entire team is virtual. Everybody. Manager, acquisition people, there's no one actually coming into the office anymore. And I was the biggest believer of culture and by the way, I still am, but now it just changed. The culture is now over Zoom. We get the same goals, we achieve everything. It's just, now you can actually build a business the way you want, quite frankly, from the couch. Right? Like, I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but like...
And very conducive to lifestyle.
You're flipping in states that you're not sitting in right now. Like,
most of my deals I never see. Isn't that amazing?
I bought 14 deals at the end of 2021 as buy and holds in 2 states I've never even stepped foot in. I bought 14 rentals.
Never seen the house.
Never saw the house. Didn't even go to the state they were in. I've never been to those states. Oklahoma and
have you seen
Alabama.
Them even yet?
Nope. Remodeled them. Bought them, remodeled them, refinanced. I did the Burr method.
Wouldn't it be cool if you never saw them ever in your life?
And then I just 1031 exchange them into a big apartment. Like,
when they're worth 3 times as much?
So I think that's the biggest thing is people need to understand 2 things in my opinion. I also believe you need to be a well-rounded real estate investor. And you and I are talking about an event I'm going to be putting on and potentially you speaking at it, which is going to be great. Hopefully that will work. But really, it is no longer the day of you have to wholesale. Like, you can do all of it. You can be Jerry and develop. You can be doing flips. You can be buying rentals. I bought those 14 without $1 of my own, never stepped foot in the state. I mean, that's what really fundamentally changed for me over the last...
So let's talk about that because your roots are similar to my roots. You start out wholesaling. A lot of people on the channel that watch this, because it's a great gateway. It's a great entry into real estate is wholesaling, but it really should be a gateway.
That's it.
Right? It should be a way for you to get into the business, but I don't think it should be the end all be all is wholesaling, right?
Because you just don't make as much money. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yourself.
You limit yourself. I make plenty of money wholesaling still, you do too. And there are people literally that make plenty of money, but can you make more? So for me, it's about maximizing each opportunity.
Love that.
So wholesaling is an opportunity business. If everyone thinks this way, and I'm not talking about like direct sales, MLM opportunity, I'm talking go create a lot of opportunities that you can either wholesale, fix and flip, wholesale, buy in a portfolio, turn into an Airbnb, creative finance, but that's the gateway. Start with that drive the opportunities, as many as you can, and then learn from Jerry, learn from myself, learn from the people that know how to exit those opportunities, right? Do you take it and scrape it and build like Jerry does? I don't do that as a moment in time, but it's a great exit strategy. Do you take it and do you just rehab flip it? I'm buying 2 right now in states of West Virginia and Oklahoma. I'm buying them, I'm funding them, and I'm seller financing them, and I'm gonna become the bank.
Gotcha. To the buyer, back to the buyer.
Back to the buyer, who's gonna live in the property, and now I don't have to be a landlord. I don't have the headaches of being a landlord, but it's because I understand how to exit that deal, that it was a deal. If that was, I'm a wholesaler, it's not a deal. There's no money in there.
You know, it's interesting because a lot of wholesalers, they get in, and as soon as they start to hit a certain level of success, like maybe 5 deals a month, they got to make some real big decisions. Like, am I going to now go volume, or am I going to now transition into maybe different things? Totally. And so I see some wholesalers that go the volume route, where it's like, we're going to build a massive team and we're going to do 50 wholesales a month. And that's definitely a strategy, and it's worked very well. I know some people that do that model really well. For me, that sounds like the biggest brain damage operation ever.
You're calling me out, because that's what I did. I did that. You know, I was really big on like, build the operation, build the team, have multiple salespeople, all this. And then you go, oh my God, I'm herding cats. Yeah. And is that the best way to maximize the opportunity?
It may be for some. If you resonate with a big office, people everywhere, overhead, go for it. To me, I'm more of like a margin guy, or like you said, an opportunist. I want to look at a deal and say, you know what? I could wholesale this for 10. I could wholesale it for 50. I could fix and flip it for 150, or I could cash flow this for whatever. So, and then what makes the most sense for me right now with where I'm at in my business, what I have going on, my lifestyle, and then make decisions.
It's not about, listen, I think we have all in our spaces being an educator and a guru, if you will, or a guru, because we actually do the business. The big business, volume of deals, we do 100 plus deals. Yeah. Who cares?
Right, what's your net?
What's your net? And then maximize that opportunity. Yeah. If you can make 10 wholesaling, what could you make if you wholesale? Right? And so you probably have rules like I do. Like, I hate flipping, but I do it because it's numbers, right? Yeah. So if I can 3x net in my pocket, 3x what I could wholesale for. So if I can wholesale for 10 and rehab and net 30 net after everything, I will look at rehabbing that. So that's my model. Yeah. Now, even then, 30 grand, I'm still like, wow. I'm a little picky, right? I'm 15 years in the business. You're almost 20, aren't you?
Yeah, almost 20. Yeah.
Right? So I think if everyone can take that frame going into 2022 to finish out, and then going into 2023, you don't need your own money, right? I bought 14 rentals with not $1 of my own. You can go in any market and do this.
Raising capital is a big part of opening up your opportunities.
And you just need to know how. And I get most people are a little scared of and what to say. And there's definitely some rules that you want to abide by. But there is so much money sitting on the sidelines.
That wants to put it in real estate.
Oh, it's sexy. Look at all the TV shows and real estate. Like, literally every city now has selling this and flipping that. And like every city has its own show. Some of our closest friends, Pace and Jamil, have their own show. Like, it's sexy. So their money is sitting in a 401k or a self-directed IRA, and you don't even know that they have money because you just haven't given them an opportunity to tell you they do.
Right, you haven't asked.
They've had a career for 25 years as a whatever. They've had 25 years of putting money into a 401k. They don't make a lot of money, so you're not thinking they have any money, but it's all sitting in the, but you don't know because you're not giving them the opportunity to talk to you about it.
I tell people, if you know somebody who's been in corporate America for 10 to 20 years, they have anywhere typically from 50 to 100,000 minimum in an IRA, not really doing anything. And if you had the right conversation, showed them how to self-direct it,
that's right,
they would lend you that money at 8%, 10%, whatever. And you now all of a sudden have money for deals. And these are normal people that you don't think.
That's the secret.
They're just
it's
everyday
actually
people.
Not you calling Jerry or calling me. It's not that. It's actually the people you hang around the most actually have, again, 100K in the 401k because they've been a whatever for 20 years. And you're like.
Well, think about it this way. When I first started transitioning out of wholesaling into fix and flip, I needed capital. Yeah. And in the course of a year, just having conversations, I was able to get 10 normal everyday people that had $100,000, mostly IRA money, that I showed how to self-direct, and they let me on deals. I had $1 million in capital in Metro Detroit, and that allowed me to break in, get several deals going, right? It was my way into new deals, bigger deals.
Some of the development stuff I see that you're doing, where did you find that money? Because that's not small money. That you're in the seven figures.
Yeah, so it's interesting you ask. So I think as a real estate investor, raising money is a never-ending pursuit because if it's you're always looking for more money and cheaper money.
That's it.
So even if you have money, you're always looking for cheaper money. So it's interesting. It's taken me a while, but I've now been able to get some of the 4% money.
Oof. You have 4% money?
Well, it's bank money, which means tax returns, and all of that. Really difficult to get.
Yeah.
I mean, I still will just pick up the phone and get 12% money because it's so easy and convenient.
Yeah.
And then some deals, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go through the whole thing to get the 4% money. Yeah. And then, of course, it's not 100% financing. So then I supplement it with other money. I bridge it, But now I'm able to do some really multi-million-dollar deals at 4%, and it's prorated, so I'm only paying on what I've accessed.
That's right.
So now I can do these bigger projects, and I'm saving hundreds of thousands of dollars in financing
100%.
by getting 4% money. But I tell people, I say, look, listen, the reason why they're giving me 4% money is because I don't need the money. Like I could fund the deal cash, and that's why they'll give me the money.
That's right. That's right.
So it's just you have to build to there, right? But I've paid the 18% money.
It's all
the
math,
15% money.
If you boil it down. If the math makes sense, then buy the deal. I don't care if it's 18%. I don't care if it's a 50-50 deal. If I'm like, hey, if Jerry wants a 50-50 with me, it's expensive money, right? Like that's 50% of the profit. But if I get a deal that I wouldn't have without Jerry, it's math. Do the deal, right?
Yeah, so it's having these conversations. So if you're talking to somebody that says, you know what, Justin, doing deals 2022, what is the biggest things I need to start doing? What I'm hearing you say is money's available, go find deal. I feel like this, I like to say this a lot, money chases deals. So if you get deals, every time, we're always thinking, you know what, I won't be able to get the money. No. Get a good deal.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry about the money.
Oh yeah.
Worry about a good deal.
Yeah.
And the money will come.
100%.
Would you agree with that?
100%. Especially nowadays, people are like hoarding cash in inflation. If you have cash, you're losing money, literally losing it, right? So do something with it.
I am so stressed all the time about the cash I have.
100%.
Because I'm like, I gotta put it, I cannot sit on this cash. So I'm constantly looking for where to put the cash and the right place to put the cash. And that's how people are with money right now.
Yeah. I don't want it sitting because it literally does nothing. Right.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I even thought about paying off, like I just went and bought $1 million+ home in Miami. I'm like, do I just
pay that off with
because
cash?
Right. But so my point is I'm with you. And so get the deal, right? Become an opportunist. Again, the business model, the gateway of wholesaling, I just reframe it to my students. I say, you're an opportunity seeker.
Yeah.
And then you'll have exit strategies. Whether you call me, you call Jerry, like there's deals to be done. Go find those opportunities, right? You'll find the cash. It is everywhere right now. Flip it, keep it as a rental, Airbnb it, scrape and build like Jerry did. Like guys, it is. But again, to the question you originally said, go drive opportunities on all ways. I'm seeing that on the MLS, there are good deals, legit deals. Mm-hmm. I was the guy saying, don't do MLS. They're all, retail. No.
Yeah, we do a ton of MLS. Yeah. And so guys, make sure you follow Justin. He's doing a lot of content on your YouTube channel. We'll put the link below so you can go and follow. He's talking about all of these types of things. I love the variety on your channel where you're talking about being an opportunist and not just like a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So it's fun to see that, and appreciate you sharing this advice, guys. This is the time to go out there and do it. Take the changes that are happening, like maybe higher interest rates, or is the market going to slow? I'm looking at all of this and saying, where are the new opportunities?
Yeah.
How do I adjust to continue to crush it in this business?
Adjust. That would be a huge takeaway for everyone out there. Be fluid. Be able to adjust. Be able to adapt, because you and I have seen a lot in my 15 years, yours almost 20. If you don't adjust, you sink. You're done, right? You're not, there's a saying, and I'll butcher, but like if you're not adjusting, you're dying or whatever. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Like make adjustments, right? That was the big key word.
Yeah, I like to think if you don't constantly evolve, you quickly become obsolete. You're out of business because the old way quickly is no longer valid, right? With technology and the market and everything going on, you have to be evolving all the time.
100%.
So love that. Awesome, Justin. Thank you guys. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.